today, tonight, tomorrow, whatever time it is. Today you're going to get a teaching. There's going to be readings. Whoever's here, have a paper, have a pen. Get ready to be taught. If you are a master in training or going through a program with us, you should be learning this directly inside of you. Now that we cleared everything, we're going to start. And if you're not on time, that's you. You're doing other things. I suggest to subscribe, and we're not going to give you a specific time because we want this to be organic in certain ways. So as we do teach, you're going to be able to go back and study, and you'll have it at your own time, but when you start to learn, you're going to understand. Now today's going to be extra special, almost like a magic of the universe, a magic of your God, and understanding that anything material can be displayed in a higher understanding, a basic understanding. So most people have issues in life, but sometimes we don't understand that everything is a frequency. And when you get born, OAT has created something amazing for the women, and not only the women, but the husbands, to understand what goes on and why we are born into this world certain ways. So the first thing is we're going to throw some change in the mix. The change is to be there, and we do not use real change because that actually should be done in person or directly in a private reading. We have these coins that we have that are plastic, and we also have money that looks very real. See? Very real. So we miniaturize the money, and there's a lot of ways to make $1. First you need the cents, but sometimes you need cents. And OAT is going to describe the first part of healing for everybody to understand when you have children, what goes on, why sometimes hereditary, the children are emotional. OAT, here you go.
Welcome everyone. We are all a part of this thing that we call a family. An earth family, a human family, blood, water. You know, every single person is your family. Friends as well. So this is changing your perspective to see where the suffering in this life really lies for you and how you can make a shift. We have specific things on the display, healing art, to invite the earth energy, the higher realms, the transmissions. And what is it truly? It may mean nothing, but it can also mean something to a human eye. And as we get into the senses, we understand that vibration is universally felt. And vibration is one of the first things that you feel before you say you can see. And even some people are born with the limitations that really aren't limitations, because there is an evolution of what can be achieved based upon what you say you can achieve. So we look at the senses, the eyes, the touch, the ears, the vibrational being, and also the way the heart sends the electromagnetism out. We're taught that there are so many of such things, but there are many things that you can be in this life. And it's important to know that you have the ability to, as long as you continuously open up the heart. Inside the womb is where we all start to develop everything. What makes us human, our physical vessel, and it's growing throughout our life. But as we are inside the womb, this is where we can imagine a safety, because if something did happen, you are here right now to make peace. But if something did happen, you wouldn't be here right now. So there is always a gratitude in going back to wherever you came from. You heal that line, you heal that gateway. The vibrations that were felt inside of the womb from the circumstances, the mother and the father, and even maybe the siblings having emotions towards the children that were not even yet in this world, a programming. So this also goes to not judge people for their stories. And also, if you say someone is family, a friend, close to you, almost like family, people would say, or very close friends, we're brothers, sisters. There's boundaries as well. So it's also knowing that every little thing that has been happening since you had your first sense of hearing inside of the womb has been a program. And this program is like a computer. We're in a technological age now where most people understand that it's growing still and exponentially. So to be in harmony with that, you have to go to the primal source of who you are inside of the fetus, the infant, the child, the being that brought you here right now. And then if you're saying you are not this, or you cannot achieve, or you have a limitation, where did that start? How far back can you go where you remember that started? And then the more you delve into the heart of your being, what hurts you truly, and then you go into the mind, how can you send off the vibrations? Even if you have born children in this life, females have the ability, and also different genders, but there's many ways to look at it. How did the parents view necessity, want, need, fulfillment of their own desires, or blame on the children on why they couldn't fulfill their own lives? What does that mean? Even a child is its own sentient soul. So there is a freedom and there is a development. So what is the parent? A guiding force in the life at that time in which they need. But then if there are things that do not agree in the soul level of compassion, the soul level of the truth and the goodness of the universe, then what does it really mean? It's just healing the ancestral line of an attachment. And any attachment someone might have that takes you away from the higher source inside of you. Color. The truth that you are a beautiful person. And if no one ever told you that, why aren't you telling yourself that? That's not being selfish. That's not being, some say, egotistical. But what's beyond the ego when you understand the role that you need all parts to make you whole? You transform the ego to the superego. And then you understand the deeper levels of the human existence that is one with the universe.
So as we come here, guys, all of you need things with money. So this is different money. It was never handled by anybody else. It was play money that was made real. And also on the coins, there's things that say copy and different things. But on these dollars, it's a little different. So now I ask that light come and land. So inside your money, may we look at what is going on. And may we understand that no matter if you pray, you do this, do that, if you're negative, then from there you're weak somewhere. So we take this money and now we say this is a copy. See? A copy. What were you a copy of in life? Erase it. Now you have the chance to say, the money that I was attracting was maybe too emotional because I was trying to prove. Now you're going to understand that we're making way. We're going to something. We're going to the seed. And you're going to learn that through everything we can learn, and everything is a material. So whoever's watching, you're going to learn balance, but now we got something new. Something unbelievable. If you say you know how to do this, you don't. Because this is our part that we were giving in order for you to learn this. So, yeah, balance. But what happens when you get a king? Okay, there's the king of spades. Now, you're going to look at someone and you're going to, if they're going to agree with you, and they're going to say, yeah, you know, my money, I was emotional. I can do a lot of stuff. I wasn't listening. I need to gain my balance, and it doesn't just mean religion. Now, I got to see what that next card is. Diamonds. Now, the king is the suit, right? And here's the diamonds. Now, what happens if the woman gets the king of spades? Well, there's 7 diamonds and 7 things that do shine will become divine only when you recognize the darker spot inside the good and bad and you reclaim your kingdom. So for anybody, there's nothing for you to do. You just need to hear that. So now we take that and we take the balance and we look at the next card for healing. That is Hanuman. So as we're seeing Hanuman, all of you are getting a clearing. All of you are getting a reading. We're using something that anything material, when you have the right warrior inside you, you're going to be diamonds. Diamonds are meant to shine. The number 6 is your third eye.
Or whatever the highest good of the 6 really means. It also has to do with sex. It also has to do with infinity. You turn it over, you get a 9. You look at the diamonds, you can shine. So this is also a creative healing download with transmissions. We started off with the king and the crown, and allowing everyone to embody, whether you say an identity of a gender, the king inside of you can rule over your kingdom. And that is the power of whatever you want to do in life. Who's saying you can't do it? And if you're not, then why aren't you? Who told you you couldn't be happy in what you do all the time? Or who says you can't be happy and be with the one you love all the time? It's a matter of changing the mindset, going back into the reprogramming, and then the 7, the heaven mindset, where you have that divinity and you realize it coming down from inside of you. This could be your connection to nature. This could be your connection to beautiful things in life. And also sharing these things with the people that impact the heart. See, there's many ways that people can express appreciation, love, and gratitude, But if it doesn't come from the wellspring within, the bottom centers will feel shaken. And this doesn't just necessarily mean a chakra. It can mean the muscles, the energy and the electromagnetism. How is it flowing at every single cell level? Because every single cell and thing inside of you that is helping you live, without you even knowing, has electricity flowing. So the balance of the mind, body, and the spirit and the emotions, and then you're flowing into what do you need to devote your heart to. It's truly yourself and the development of your soul, and also being a kind person to others that want to experience the truth of life. Always shine, my friends. Everyone has the ability, like a star, and we have a powerhouse.
So the next thing is, okay, we have the reliever of obstacles. Now I'm going to take something material that's playing cards. If you say you know what we're doing, you really don't. So don't try this at home unless you have supervision. So we got a queen. And we're going to say that the queen is a certain part, right? Now before, there's something funny here, that when the queen comes, if it's a woman, then we already had the 6 of diamonds, but now we have the 7 of diamonds. So if a couple got these cards, that means they can get out of it because you had a king. But there's something a little different. There are 2 different categories. That means there's a lot of roles in the 2 people that's a couple. Never mind that you had a 6 and a 7. Add that up. See? 13. 13. 1 and 3. So 1 through 3 is very affected inside those people's solar plex, root, and sacral. So you start to understand, may I have a reading for my highest good? I hope so. I hope it's for your highest good. Of course it is. So let's get here. So in order to start, understand that this system cannot be taught. It needs to be experienced, and through your own experience, then from there you will change. If you try to say you know it, you don't. So the first thing is for the highest good. There's always something for the highest good, otherwise we won't do anything. So the main thing is, let's see what your card is. Moon Fairy. So there's a lot of things there. But I'm going to go material, and I'm going to say, wow, she got a Queen of Diamonds. She got a Queen of Diamonds. So I'm going to throw some sense.
Because you're looking for a certain change. A specific change where, look, you got the magic, okay? And you felt it too within inside of you. You also understand that you have some worth in your word. So where is the direction and the truth of your heart expression? And what is it that you can say that you desire most in life right now? It's love. And the true love, to experience the true love.
You got 8 here.
8 people.
You got 8 people. And you're trying to be the queen. And some people are not agreeing with you at this time. Also, on top of that, there's been different points where you look, and that's not being funny, but your next card is See No Evil. So you got to cleanse that part of you inside the ego. It's very hard. So you have 8 people around you, and now the crazy thing is the 8 people that you have around you, and you might not think, I don't have 8 people around me. Now you have another queen on top of you that can control these people, attitudes, energy. Everything is a person, place, or thing. So everywhere you went in life had an address. This is something that real healing sometimes is not taught. So you had an address. So that means that geographically you can measure the distance of how you got to the place you were. Then you can measure the circumstance and who were the people around you. That's why there's an infection in certain ways. Okay? That does not mean you're bad.
No, it does not at all. So what would say that you question something would be the inner hurt inside the heart from what other people said about you that you let in your ear. And when it goes into the ear, it's a sound vibration that takes away from your creativity, takes away from different things that have made you stand out from the crowd, and you do have the light. But be very careful of the other queen that says that they are, because some people may act like it's okay, but behind your back you have to be okay with them not being okay with you.
Yes. So that's directly right there. Anything that you go to ask for, you gotta really question the self inside of you, that you say to yourself, I am this. And I say to everybody, I am this in which I am, that was and always will be the greater part of my highest good. I will not hold back myself from speaking just because you decided to tell me something. I must measure it in the frequency, because everything's a person, place, or thing. So once you identify that, you'll be able to understand your life a little better. And if you want a deeper reading, you can call and you will get there. No one does a reading like this. No one, we have not seen it. And we help you. At the end of the day, you're you. So whatever you say is you. We don't need to focus on you. So, okay, here we go. So what we need to do is, when people come back in, people come to study, you should be studying. So let's throw some money back into the pot.
Wish everyone
well.
Auspiciousness.
Let's put it 5 times. Let's put it into the 10. Let's put it into the 15, to the 1, to the infinity. Let's pull it out.
Some would say financial blessing, abundance blessing. It's far beyond that. It is the abundance in a speck of dust within inside of the universe. So the miracle in every day that changes your vibration. So if you say you need money, vibrate.
Yes. So that brings us to the next card. This card, when you're here, guys, and we're doing readings, this is for the whole group. When I ask you, or OAT asks you to respond, you should respond. You should participate. You should go on camera. We're not going to focus the camera on us. We're going to focus the camera on you to change the vibration in you where you are through your person, place, and thing. Then from there, shock that ground and let you ground and let you open like you never did before.
What it opens up is everything that you could ever want in life. And that's not saying it by us, it's saying it from, we see the beauty in you. We see the star inside of you. Whatever you want in life, why can't you achieve it? And who is that that's saying it? A limitation maybe you've put on yourself based upon what others said. So the star inside of you always shines.
So anybody want to go on video right now? You don't have to say your whole name. You don't have to say what's going on. We look at you and then we help everyone else from who participates. You get to ask one question and then we're going to download it with the light for everyone to heal. Who wants to participate? Anyone?
Free right here live.
Anyone? Anyone want to say yes and get on video? If not, that's okay. But that's someone. I'll go if my Chromecast works. Okay.
All right, so go ahead and see if that works and send us a request. And then if not, we'll move on to the next person because it doesn't say that you're viewable here.
Yeah.
We're going with the technology offered. It's all right. We understand.
So, let's go to Austin.
Okay, we're bringing Austin Strickland on the line.
Okay, so we got Austin. Okay, here we go. Now, Austin, from what you're going through in life, what question would you ask that will help everyone in life that's needed right now as you are in study and you are moving in the Junghua Jie Kung Fu, doing different things, opening businesses? What question would you feel is needed for everyone?
But what's really bothering you?
Yes. Yes. And how would you, from the study, and this is not, guys, this is a participation. This is not planned. This is a true person that's showing up, that might be working, that might be doing something. As you can see traffic. You can see things going on. It's about getting into it. Stop making an excuse. Now, Austin, what would you suggest for people to do?
Just do it.
Yes.
Sweet and simple.
Yes. And what happens when they get emotional over it? What do you say?
Step in the boxing match with themselves.
Yes. Yes. So, guys, we heard it from Austin, and we thank him very much. Here we go. Okay, so guys, anybody else want to get on video? Come on, guys, someone. We're going to help you, but we're going to read you. That was one of the apprentice master teachers directly there.
We're here to share the inspiration because that's how it's shared from one person to another through the senses. And what better way to do it through the ear?
So,
Motivation for the self.
anybody else wants a reading, and if you do
Yeah,
get
just
on
comments.
camera, you'll be able to help other people because when they see you, it changes a lot too. It's more compassionate.
And everyone here has the ability to share. So yes, Stephanie, we thank you anyway. It doesn't look like there is a way for the tech. So also for everyone, also just any motivation that you may have on your heart, you can go ahead and type it in as well. Because you don't know who will see this, and the vibration that gets sent out, doesn't it have to do you well as well? Because most people in life just want to experience the bliss, the happiness, the joy, the love. The love comes from within when you share from your heart something that helped you and continues to help.
So we're going to continue, but we're going to enter the game now. The game of life that shines. So, 5 of diamonds. 5 of diamonds. So we need 5 yeses. Even if there's not even 5 people in the room, even if one person got to say yes 5 times.
We ask you if you say yes to life.
Yes.
Yes. Starting a vocation in holistic spiritually. Yes, whatever fits you.
Come on, 5 yeses. And what does Stephanie say?
Starting a vocation in holistic and spirituality, a community.
Wow,
Wow.
that's beautiful, but you got to understand, the people you do let in, it needs to be under yes, 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 yes,
Oh, we got
yes,
the
yes,
5.
yes. We got 5. Where's someone else?
5 times 5.
Yeah, come on. Anybody else say yes? So, Stephanie, you really got to be ready when you say, I am opening. So when you get into the I am, no, we are opening, and that can mean you inside of this word called God universe. And you take the I am and change it to we are, and then we become us. So may that be blessed, and may the Jack come in, and the 2, and they were both diamonds, and then from there, now you're going to heal inside your island, but there's something that you're going to need a lot of strength, because in that type of field, you cannot be weak.
Say that you will always say yes, 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 yes to your own strength and whatever you need it for. Also, to have strength is to allow the people in your life not to give you strength, but people help people that need help or want help or even don't want help. It's funny. You should always see that there is someone in this world that is in need.
All right.
And hello.
Hello, next one. Guys, this is something special. You never saw this before.
Well, maybe you have seen the decks before in different hands, different places, but we're not using it to, I guess, gamble or bet. We're using it to provide the stability of the color in the life.
So,
Strength again.
strength again. So that's for the next one that wants a reading. Who's the next one that wants a reading? Because that's your card.
If you want a reading, then it's up to you to speak up, the throat.
Okay, who's the next one in line for the reading? Because it's the throat and strength.
Someone wants.
Yes.
Tina.
So Tina, let's see. Wow, 10. Let's throw some change. to make the dollar, to change it, to bring forth, what does she need? She needs her warriors.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So the abundance is there. Achievements, and also the sharing inside of the life, that you don't have to feel guilty about the sharing. It's done from a love. But the devotion is needed for the self to bring more of the love into your life. Maybe it's not a relationship that is failing, it's just both souls are growing and transforming. So togetherness can be written, and it is written.
And material-wise, you need a lot of laughter and stop the seriousness. It's not good for love. You need jokes. You need things that are going to make you laugh. You can't be so serious. Someone who does heal, there's some people that are so serious, and when you talk to them, you think you're talking to a robot. There's studies, and that's nice, and that can help, but you need more laughter. And let's see what cosmic bond. You got a cosmic bond. You created a lot of cosmic bonds, but there's also coming, and this is never to harm you. But you got the blue dragon, which is healing that's needed. There is protection for you. But then from there's the moon fairy. But then there's the double blue dragon. And then from there's the crown. And when you're looking at that, that means that you have had the power many of times to change, but for some reason there's a programming that's your next card. So it just means that you got to really balance out what you want right now.
And there's so many things. It's not saying the path that you traveled wasn't valid, because the knowledge that you've gained throughout the life has been very interesting, and maybe to some it would almost be like it doesn't make any sense, but you know, that's your creative journey you got to go on. And to experience the anger and to experience all these different emotions that are held on the heart, it's really for you to connect more to the nature. And yes, you have to fuel that with a high vibration of happiness with the one you love the most. And then they'll get it as well, and you both transform together.
Okay, so who's the next one? Anybody else? Anybody else? Anybody else? You will always be changing.
Transforming.
You're transforming.
Evolving.
You will never stop your transformation. You just go higher and higher or fall backwards. It really depends on what you want to experience. So we always rid ignorance and always move forward. We always are open and allow our ears to feel also. Okay, who's next? Anybody else? Anyone else? If not, we're going on with the teachings. It's not about other people. If you're inside the group and you feel that other people need this, you can invite people. Here's the rules. We do not create arguments. If you do argue, that's your argument. And if you are talking something that is very serious, make sure you know what you're talking about. Make sure if you're speaking religion, no theology. See? No physics, no the brain, no psychology. Know all that. Otherwise, you're sometimes nonsense. You're referring to what your parents said just because. And you grew up in eras. So it doesn't matter what era you grew up in. See? So when you go to on the computer and you say, I don't enjoy TikTok. Oh, well, then don't enjoy TikTok. That's what's going on. Before you played Super Mario Brothers, maybe Maybe you played Atari.
Before that, people used to get on people for reading too many books. So the world is transforming. And it really depends on how you are taking a view that is either your view from an experience that has brought you to where you are, or a view that someone instilled in you. But even if someone instilled it in you, it is still 100% your responsibility to clean it from your vessel. And this is having compassion for everything that you've been through in life. You know, it's okay. People go through it. So why are you continuing to go through it? It's a program.
Right. And the main thing is asking yourself, if you keep repeating it, where are you stubborn? If you don't want to listen, then that's you. You'll keep repeating it over and over. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. So your nonsense ends when you cleanse it through the left side, right side, through the vagus nerve, through your limbic system, through your telomeres, through your epigenetics, through your speech, through the emotions that you think that just because you said this, it's okay for you to get emotional. Have you ever seen when you go out to eat and a waiter or waitress has a bad attitude with you? Okay, so she's having a bad attitude. You can give her time or him time to change, but if you act nice during the whole meal and leave a tip, something different. Most people are gonna go home. You know, years ago you would go out to eat, you didn't like the place, don't go back. Now someone got to go online, got to go here, got to write this. If you're a friend of someone, you'll go there and write a nasty review. You'll troll, you'll attack. You're a fiery spirit, so you caused yourself harm. If you're a healer and you got to call someone else up, we tell everybody as simple as this. You want information? Just say, I'm intrigued with you. We already know it from your voice. We already feel it when the phone call's coming in. We feel it. It's easy. We're not attached to what you're going to tell me. Because if you're saying you're struggling, look it up on the internet if someone else conquered it. Usually, they'll tell you yes. So that means it's your ignorance that you're in. Maybe a religion, maybe it's the way your parents, maybe you didn't like your mom, your dad, maybe you got beat. But that's understandable, but at the end of the day, isn't that something you have to face? Otherwise, you're going to always be blaming. And when you blame, it really doesn't do any good. You know, even if you were to take someone and say, I don't believe in God. Well, God's a funny word. God's a funny word. So just because you're describing it that way, how do you really describe it? It's in everything. What is the understanding of mathematics? Everything's a person, place, or thing. There's a location. Wherever you're standing on a location. No matter where you are. If you send out an SOS, or you send out a text, or contact the police, they're going to have a location to pinpoint you. See? Doesn't matter if you're fat, if you're skinny, if you're this, if you're a good person, a bad person. It's a frequency. Most people don't understand that. So then, of course, you're going to suffer. Because you can't take a normal word and you have to fight over it. like when you get two different religions sometimes, and you're this and you're that and you're this and you're that. Well, do you know theology? Do you? Yes or no? Did you study? Do you know everything about everyone and the power in which people, but there's people that do practice, but there's some sort of something that they had to believe in, but then their belief can only work as far as they let it. Maybe some of them have a lot of money, but that does not mean they're living right. Maybe some of them don't have illness. Maybe there's some people have a lot of money and don't have illness. Maybe there's some people that are poor, but they don't have illness. Maybe there's some people that only make $12,500 a year, and then there's another one that makes $100,000 a year, and they're only paying so much a month rent, don't even have a house, but they can't survive. They're competing with the Joneses. That's nonsense. You want a Lamborghini and you like it for you, go buy it. If it gets a scratch, are you going to act like a nut? Are you going to treat other people stupid? Can't you do the same thing with a van, a truck, or this or that? But if you want it, you can buy it. But what's the desire that you hold on to act like you're better than someone else? That's where that evil needs to turn to live inside your life.
To know exactly why you act the way you act, or any person for that matter. The little things that happen inside of your life. Can you remember the good things that happened inside of your life? And where that vibration takes you? Is it worth everything for you? So when you really look at the things that mean the most, are you really going to think about the fights and the attitudes and the so bad things? But it's never a bad thing. It's just a lesson because the soul and the heart wanted to express something. So looking at everything happens for a reason. And something that has to be embedded deep into the heart. So whenever a memory comes up or a past experience comes up, you can look deep within you. Even if you put a hand on the chest to look and deep within your own heart and soul. To forgive yourself that you acted this way for yourself. And I think that's where it really makes a difference on someone says they're a healer or they're sending healing energy. And yeah, it works that way. But when you're receiving healing energy from a channel that is experiencing dissonance, so vibration would say, it really makes you look at the power of the universe on, wait, aren't you the healer within inside of you as well? It's just people that come together to raise the vibration because the journey of the consciousness is always striving to artistry, the artistry of your own life and how you are going to express. It doesn't matter what business you do. Creative solutions are involved in every facet of the life, even highly intellectual people that are dealing with numbers, dealing with people, dealing with graphs. Way before the books were written, people had to teach from mouth to mouth, from student to teacher, and expand the brain that way. So we are very grateful we're in a world where there are so many tools that can be used to express the self. But it's for everyone to go on the journey, that you are the journey within inside of you.
And years ago, it wasn't that easy to get into groups. Now you can just click a button and you're this and that, and you have the right to claim whatever you want to claim and fight everybody else. Before, you had to be accepted into a group. People would travel, sometimes days walking to get to it. It would be hidden places. all sorts of systems, all sorts of things, you know? So now you have it so easy, but you abuse it. You attack other people. Never attack. Everything double. Everything happens for a reason. Double. Everything happens for a reason. So for everyone, see no evil. Let's take that 10 and 10 ways and turn it 2-way. Either way. No good, no bad. Let's put it into a kingdom that something rules. Let's convert that into a joker and turn that wild to bring the DNA. And OAT is going to walk everybody through. And remember, everybody, you will all heal once you listen to this. You can't attach to us.
And the beautiful thing about every voice is that stories can be told over and over and over again. But everyone has an individual way in which it comes across. So your voice matters. And also how you speak to yourself, to your heart, changes the way your DNA structure is going to evolve and mutate. So we're looking at this physical reality we're in, and it is more than just that reality. If we go to a level that's far beyond what your eye can perceive, you'll find that there's a lot of space, empty space, down to the atomic molecular level, past the chromosomes, past the cells, and that essence of you. We're going to send the gratitude to the empty space. We're not. It just is. You are as well. So anything that you hear within, if you can find something to be grateful for in your life right now, we're going to all work together and send it to that space, the empty space. It permeates everything inside of us and everything around us, going off to the ends of the universe where the rainbows are born. And then they travel back to us to heal. It's a way in of a vibration where the infinite potential is always being infinite. But within the human experience, we have the emotions, we have the electrical systems, we have the central intelligence systems, respiratory organs, and everything. So we got to send it back to a zero state. So the DNA changing, the DNA on every level, also reminding you that you are available and you are a part of everything in the energy. Transmission begin. Transmission end. Just being you.
So now, if you are here studying, that's studying for you. At one time you will get a reading. If not, you record yourself inside the rooms, and you must have a timestamp of you showing up. You must keep note. Because when you turn around and you say to us, I've been studying for 6 months, give me the timestamp, show me it. When did you show up? So every time you show up now, if you show up more than once, say, this is my second time, this is my third time, this is what I learned. Let the other people learn. Let them see. Invite different people, invite a friend. If they start with you, that's them. We're not here to hear your drama. We're here to teach. That's all we're here to do. And you can study, but your time stamped. Remember that. You're not here for 10 days, 2 days. No. You might move up, though. You might come for a reading. You might turn around and say, I live here. Man, I've been studying under both of you for 6 months. 7 months, but you never came for a reading. But you have a timestamp, that's good. You want to help out with a room, we got to do a reading, see what needs to be changed. Then from there we can direct you. There needs to be a point of view that's a volunteer, that you're participating, different things like that. Not everything in life is for free, but you can get there. You can get there. And before you know it, you can really be someplace. But most people have a silly understanding to, I can't pay that money. You need to work on the love and the infinite. You never say that. You never say that. Because if you want a brand new pair of shoes, if you want a brand new pillow, if you want a new couch, if you want a new TV, if you want to go out to eat, if you want to go to the casino, if you want to have sex, you're going to do it. You're going to find a way to do it. But then you're going to turn around and say, I don't have the money. But then when you get a reading, you have a bunch of nonsense. You never make your money come in right. You're confused. Get that serpent moving. Turn around. You know you're not supposed to listen to certain stuff. Get that protection going. Then from there you can only hit the island. Then from there you can enter your crown.
And when the crown comes and the miracles begin to happen inside of the life, what do you do then? And you're experiencing it. You got to bring it to a state that you are like a child in the universe, experiencing beauty with the eyes that are pure. And this is for every single person to realize when they travel on the journey, that there is peace and love. And peace and love, the ultimate duo, where even though there are things in the world going on, things that some people attach to empathically, and it's good to be aware and to be grateful for what you have. But peace, you can always find peace even inside of war. There is always something that is there. The human race has been encouraged to compete and encouraged to fight or flight. But the more that people spend the love, not spending the money, you spend the love, you spend the time, and you understand that what you have in the moment can be fulfilled. And when you have people and also beings and tools to elevate the energy, bring it to a higher level, it doesn't matter the name, it doesn't matter the following, the likes, the shares. What matters is that when you are here now. And you bring it back to recognizing the space that is within inside of you.
So guys, we got an 8, and we're turning this into the material. An 8 and 2. That turns to 10. We take the 10 and we go to 1. We got 2 different colors. We got the black, which represents the space here. The red, which represents the power. We go 8 times into our power. The 2 times between the North and South Pole. Now we unite to 1. Then and only there can you root, and most of you need your sacral fixed. And then from there, there's a new beginning. Guys, we hope that you enjoyed this. Come, share this, go to the groups. Go to the groups. We're going to let that pass. Go to the groups, as we said. Join. If you come to argue or act like a little troll, you're not going to be paid attention to. We're going to let you go.
And we're going to leave you with something at the end of every single day. You go into the journey within the self. Some people may call it the shadow work, underworld, but it's really every part of you in which you have hidden from the world in a way because of a fear of a judgment or something that a loved one said to you to make you feel. It's up to you to go within and heal from the inside out. Process what has happened inside of the heart and really get to know yourself better. And this helps you become in harmony with the ones around you. It is an individual journey, yes. Some of you may be lonely, some might have to do it alone. But when you find the people around you that you can share and grow together, wow, you can grow fast. You just have to be careful of the energy that attaches in the sexuality of the being. Make sure that there is communication and there is purity within the heart.
And if all of you want deep healing personally, we're going to do something like you never saw before. We're going to take 10 people in 2 days. 10 people. And we're going to charge them $25 a person. You're going to go into a private group on Facebook for us to air it to you, just an invite. You must pay in advance and you will have a link. But the funny thing is that we don't give you the time of the link until you're ready. We're ready. We're going to change it and make it an experiment. So you're not allowed to say, I missed it. You're allowed to find it. And if you didn't participate in it, then from there, you didn't. All of you will get a private practice in it and understanding. If you have a small group and you say, I got myself and 3 other people, can we get something? Yes, you'll get something designed. If you want a private journey where it usually costs $369 or this or that, you got 5 people, all of you are going to turn around and have to pay something. But once you pay it, if someone else doesn't, and you're saying, well, this one didn't want that, I need this back. No, that was your written contract. Whoever it is has to pay the other part of it back. See, you got to understand that. So we're here to teach, and we're here to say everybody else's nonsense is their nonsense. Okay? So we hope you enjoyed it. Get back to us if you're interested. It's $25. Are we going to have it written all over the place? No, this is going towards, if you listen to this in 2 days, if you come in and you say, yes, I'm interested in it, I'm ready to do it, you must call the number that's there. You must book it. There's going to be nothing else. Then you're going to get a contract with an invoice that if you break it, that's you. You're going to learn about law. Some of you that are healers are making all these arrangements and never show up to someone. We do not do that nonsense. That's why a lot of times you will never really see us seeing people unless they were a student for a year or so with us and been through so much clearing. Otherwise it doesn't even make any sense. They got a lot of things to change. So we enjoyed it.
We thank you so much. We're suryasolsun. I'm OAT.
Yaakov.
The number for deeper readings is 787-979-9938. You can find it in the links in the description. And also we thank all the master teachers, apprentice master teachers. Everyone here is a master and a student of the universe. We love you. We thank you.